What is up, guys? It's Brandon here from The Refined Investor, where we talk about everything from business, investing, and of course, passive income. Today, I want to talk about something that everyone enjoys doing, and that is saving money. Now, we all have fallen into certain categories at one time or another where we spend money on frivolous things that we don't necessarily need. I'm no different, and I want to tell you the 5 things that I personally stopped buying that saved me a ton of money every single month. Now, to save money, you don't have to live super frugally and cut your most favorite things. There are things in life that you actually don't need or can maybe buy different versions of or buy it in a different way. And that leads me into my first thing that I personally stopped buying that saved me, and probably you, hundreds of dollars a month, potentially, depending on how often you go, but that is not buying coffee from places like Starbucks. Don't get me wrong, I still have a cup or two of coffee every single day. I'm just not going to Starbucks and ordering a double, triple venti frappuccino that's $7. And believe me, I did that before. My really big drink of choice was a cappuccino, and that actually ended up being about, I think, $4.80. And if you add that up, especially every day or twice a day for a month, it ends up being a few $100s a month just in coffee. And like I said, I still have coffee every single day, but I go to Costco now and I take advantage of something called a Keurig, right? And I buy 150 Keurig pods for about, I want to say like 40 bucks, something like that, $42. And it ends up being like something like, I don't know, 80 cents a cup, sometimes 60, depending on if you buy the Kirkland off-brand. But of course, it's not the same as going to Starbucks, but it gives you the same, caffeine rush. It helps me get through my day, and I'm not spending $200 a month on coffee. I'm spending like basically $46. Okay, number 2 thing that I cut out of my monthly spending, and that is buying extended warranties on electrical products or appliances or even used cars. And if you've ever bought a used car in your life, you know that you sit down and they immediately try to sell you extended warranty, especially if your car is completely out of warranty or about to come out of warranty. Now, don't get me wrong, there are actually times when you should buy this warranty depending on, how old the car is, how expensive the parts are. But for the most part on cars, the cost to buy the warranties are pretty astronomical. And if you actually look into the fine print of what the warranties end up covering, you'll actually find out that most of the stuff that can break is actually not covered. Again, you have to go and do your own research and actually see what's covered, but I've read on forums and I've seen from, friends before, they go out, they buy the $4,000 extended warranty on the car, and either A, they don't use it, or B, something breaks that is now actually covered, and now they're spending, $40 a month to have coverage that actually didn't cover them for what broke in the first place. Now, for appliances, I recently bought a new home, and the appliances came with warranties, from the builder, but I actually did go and buy a refrigerator. And let me tell you, when you buy a brand new refrigerator from a reputable company, they usually have about a 2-year warranty. But of course, they try to sell you, another 2 years or 4 years or what have you for a few $100s. But in my experience and, friends and family that have bought refrigerators before, nothing's actually ever gone wrong. And if it has, it's gone wrong, within the first 2 years where you're covered under the manufacturer's warranty and they come out and fix it for free anyway. All right, the third thing that I cut out is bottled water. And you might be like, Brandon, bottled water is so cheap anyway. Why would you cut out bottled water? Well, first of all, it's really bad for the environment buying plastic bottled water, right? Everyone knows, you've seen the sea life, you've seen it wash up on shore, etc. It's not good for the environment, so that's one of the reasons. But the financial reason is you go, like say you go to Costco or you go to your local grocer and buy, water for, I don't know, what is it nowadays, like $4, and you get like a pack of 24. That's fine, but what I do now is I went out and bought a Keurig for $35, and I simply just use my tap water, or my refrigerator has a filter in it, and I just use the filtered refrigerator water and only have to replace that filter, maybe like once a year. And it's the little things that start adding up, right? So you buy the bottled water for, for $4, there's 24 in it, or 12, whatever kind of bottled water you buy, because obviously they range in price. And that 24 pack might last you, you have 2 a day, that's 12 days, right? So then you're gonna buy another, and so it starts costing you like $10 a month. You add it up over the year, you might buy a bigger jug and it costs $2, etc. So just little things, but cutting little things here and there that you don't actually need, plus you can help the environment, that's a win-win in my book. Okay, the fourth thing that I cut out, I am somewhat of a big reader. I don't know if you guys read, whether it be, like the newspaper or books, fiction, nonfiction, whatever. I cut out buying hard copy books because, as you guys have probably seen, just go look at your favorite book on Amazon. The hard copy, might be what, like $20. The Kindle version, $5, right? It's the same book, sometimes, usually actually, included with more bonus features and bonus content than you actually get in the hardback, but it's less than half the cost. And if you're an avid reader like me, that can end up saving you, a couple $100s a month, depending on what and how many books you're buying. Okay, and we're getting to the last and final, the fifth thing really, that I stopped, quote unquote, buying. It's not really a purchase, but that I actually was able to save money on, and that is bank fees. Let me tell you right now, there are a ton of banks out there, and they're all competing to have you put your money, keep your money with them, whether it be in a checking, a savings, an investment account, whatever. If you are paying bank fees to keep your money in said bank account, you need to go to a different bank or negotiate with your current bank. Say like, hey, this bank, across the street, whether it be, like maybe Wells Fargo or Bank of America, First Citizens, whatever, hey, they're not gonna charge me $7.50 a month to bank with them. Are you gonna be able to match that? Or do I have to go over to them? And if you're talking with, the branch manager at the bank, usually they'll work with you because, again, banking fees are pretty minimal. But at the same time, why are you spending money to keep your money in a bank account? It just doesn't make any sense. With all the competition nowadays, you don't need to be paying banking fees on just keeping your money with them. Of course, you might have to pay banking fees to get cashier's checks, little things like that. But just to simply hold your money at your bank, you should be able to get rid of banking fees just like I did. And now I'm saving, X amount of dollars a month that I would have had to pay to get really nothing in return. All right, guys, well, those were the 5 things that I myself personally cut out of my budget, where I'm saving money each and every month. And between those 5 things, I'm saving a few $100s a month. And my lifestyle hasn't declined in any way. I've found different ways to do things, like, for example, like the bottled water, or cutting bank fees, or buying the electronic or Kindle version of hardback books. These things aren't changing my lifestyle in any way, but I'm still getting the same outcome, but I'm not having to pay for it. So you just have to really look at your life. What can you cut out of your life that's not going to significantly, cramp your style or completely change your life? Just little things here and there that can add up to a couple $100s a month. Of course, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful in any way, please give this video a thumbs up, and of course, consider subscribing to my channel for more content. I, post new videos at least every week or a couple times a week, and they're all related to, like I said, business, investing, and passive income. So if that's something that you guys like to, know about or want to be educated on, consider subscribing to my channel. All right, guys, well, until next time, I will see you in the next video.